All right, welcome to the VR Master League interview desk, and tonight we are interviewing Air 404, a new and up-and-coming team currently ranked 6th worldwide. How you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Very good.
Yeah. Feeling good to be up here.
You're feeling good tonight, but how are you feeling about tomorrow? Tomorrow you take on Mayhem, and let's go back a bit. Let's talk about the teams you have faced so far. So you started, brand new team, right? You played in the rookie boot camp, came in second, unfortunately. I was rooting for you. But you came into the season swinging. You've played 8 matches so far, which is a ton because we've only had 5 weeks. So you guys are putting in challenges left and right. And so far, you finally made it up to the top. You played against Kai and OJC and Cold Steel, all veteran teams. How did that go? How was that different than the teams that you'd been playing coming up?
It's a whole different world. I want to say, the rookie side of this game and the up and coming teams, like the top high ranked teams, it's a completely different game. It completely blew us away. I mean, the way OJC performed, the way Cold Steel performed was completely. We had to adjust. We lost our first few rounds. We had that a few times. We had it against Mike Juliet. I want to say, even though they're a rookie team, they really held it down. We always tend to lose the first few rounds, and that's where we start adjusting and changing our gameplay.
Yeah, don't feel bad about that. I know a lot of high-end teams that the first few rounds are kind of getting feelers out there, trying to figure out what's going to happen. And that's what makes a great team, a top team great, is that they can adjust on the fly like you guys are. You can say, oh, these guys are playing slower. These guys are playing very aggressive. We need to up our communication. We need to be faster on our rotations, whatever. And I mean, you can agree with me or not, but the top teams, there's much more communication than down in the bronze.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. We've noticed that we've had to up our communication skills. Our map knowledge is definitely something we had to work on. I mean, going into the rookie tournament, we didn't have much of that, so we were saying the left building to the center of the tank. We were pretty confused at some points because, again, we made our team about a week before that rookie tournament, so we were very new with the game. But now the callouts are completely different. We do our research about every team. We call out specific plays, like with OJC. We like to say, hey, you know what? On downfall, they like to creep up, use those fences, use those stone hedges and whatnot to their advantage. Keep an eye out for that, and we do it at the right times. So.
Yeah. So I see you've been getting a lot of challenges in. Have you been getting a lot of scrims in? What's your weekly practice schedule like right now? What do you do to prepare for a match?
So we do have a coach. We do have a designated coach since the beginning of our team. Icy used to play for Rome, and he came into our team. He kind of took us under the wing, and he's been taking us in, showing practices. Everyone shows a certain thing. Void showed us at the time how to play, certain ways to counter shields now that they're not a thing anymore. But before that, he would show us how to counter shields, how to play with shields, whatnot, how to, lots of communication. We try to do a practice every other day, and we try to do a scrim every other day. We try to keep our weekly schedule fairly booked, just so we're constantly getting in practice, seeing how other teams play. We're very adamant about giving each other tough love, really harsh criticism. We're very bad critics. We make each other upset sometimes, but we criticize things where we give punches where they need to be laid. So that helps a lot. Icy really runs a lot of our practices and shows us how to be point man, stuff like that. Cobra, he's just a natural at it. Me and him play airsoft. Me and him do a lot of things like that. So we use that knowledge to our advantage in this game, and we try to show the guys what we know as well, which is what gives us certain advantages in some situations out on the field. Well, in VR. So
yeah, our reaction time came from there, from airsoft.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Our clicks and our reaction times do come from that. Say that. So
I feel that. I used to competitively shoot, so yeah, I get the real life transferred to VR. So what?
yeah.
So you guys play airsoft. What about the rest of the team? What do you guys do for fun outside of Onward? You play other games? Do you play flat games? Do you, what? I know that we've got Cup here on voice, and he just got out of the gym, so obviously he just likes to get swole. So
Yeah, I like working out. I train martial arts as well, and then a lot of my like shooting skills and tactical skills come from. I used to play airsoft as well, but also like my whole life I've been playing flat shooter games, stuff like that for quite a while.
Yeah, no, Siege, he had a big impact.
hmm
Just growing up playing it, it's like just like learning game skill and shit, like learning where to rotate and learning like just
Holding
what to be
angles.
corner and stuff. If you play that for like the first 5 years of your gaming experience, it has a big impact on how you play Onward.
it's crazy to hear people say growing up with Siege when I was around before it was out. And like I remember Siege dropping on Xbox and like I played like day one, season one. And you're like, yeah, man, it's been out for so long. That's crazy.
I think I've been out since I think I've been since like the season 1 ops came out. Like Cavi back in the day.
Yeah.
Favorite op.
Yeah, I started when the beta came out, and then that was
Same.
like really the only game I played, like competitively. Working up the ranks and all that.
I remember just looking for free games to play, and I saw the beta for that game, and I was like, all right, well, let's give it a try. And little did I know it was going to suck me into like a 4-year path because I played the crap out of the beta, and then I just forgot the game existed until I saw a YouTuber play it, and it was on sale, and it was the season Caviera came out, and I just gone. Like I just played that game every single day.
Well, let's talk about your background real quick. So you obviously do streaming and, you've got the whole gaming setup. Do you do other things in video games?
I play a variety of different video games. That's mainly what I do because I have such a high competitive drive. That's why I got into Onward. I I try to stream. I'm not too great at it, but I sometimes will stream. I mainly just play the crap out of video games. Like currently, I'm playing Destiny 2. I'll play Rainbow sometimes.
Who else do we have on the call? What about Amic or Mech? What do you guys do for your fun?
So outside of Onward, I play hockey and I played video games growing up, but Onward was really my first shooter. I was that kid who never played a shooter game growing up. Everyone at school was like, "Oh, Call of Duty or whatever," and I'm like, "Yeah, I play NHL." So that's really my past in gaming. This is really the first game that I got super competitive into, and it was kind of nice because outside I do paintball refereeing and stuff like that. So I've been around shooting and stuff like that, and it's just I've kind of gotten that knowledge because my job is to watch people play paintball, right? So you can kind of it's not direct transfer, but you kind of get some sense from watching people do that all day.
That was Mech, by the way. For the people that cannot see who's talking, you gotta announce if
Whoopsie.
you're off camera, like who it is. What about Amic?
Well, I usually play flat games. I mean, very old flat games. I still own PS3, and all I play before I came into Onward was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That was
Okay.
my favorite game all the time. That was all the free time I was doing. I only played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And Onward was the first game I started playing in a league competitively. And since I came to Onward, I started to be a sniper. And I really enjoyed being a sniper because I can just sit back, relax, and shoot people in the windows. That's the best part about being a sniper.
Sit back, relax, and shoot people. What a great catchphrase right there.
Cobra. Cobra, tell him about PUBG. Cobra was Sunday
Oh,
or
no.
third PUBG. He
Yeah,
was in
before
Canada.
before
Well,
Onward, I played PUBG, and I try a lot to be like in a professional league there, but it's completely different skills you need for that game.
Yep.
I did very well. Like Badger knows, my team, my squad team, they like 2 guys signed contracts with like top teams in the world right now. And like I had some family stuff to do, and like I just quit this game for like I don't know, another 2 months. When I came back, like my team completely like disappeared. People 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 moved to like 2 guys was with a contract by like huge organization, and like me and 2 other guys, we just like decide to kind of stop at that moment, because it's hard to find people where you can feel each other and play together as a team. And then Badger, like I know Badger for 7 years from the time when I came to Canada from Ukraine, because like my nationality is Ukrainian. And Badger said like let's play Onward. It's a lot of fun. Like we play with him airsoft like all this time, but I never even think about the virtual reality. He said like, oh, it's like new headsets coming up right now, you can order it. I ordered mine, like he started game like 2 weeks earlier than me, and we didn't know anything about this game. But like from the first time, after when I started playing Onward, I forgot about like PC games at all. Like for me,
Yep.
PC right now is just to kind of check some, I don't know, like some news, some things. That's it. I'm not using it.
Yeah, that happens to a
And
lot of people, man. VR and the immersion. Like, there's no other game that makes my hand shake after a cap. You know, like.
yeah, it's true.
Icy knows that firsthand after that subway cap. We had to
Oh my
like
god.
facilitate him.
You can hear me in the film. I was shaking for a solid like 5
You
or
got to
7
take your
minutes.
time out so that he can calm down.
Yeah, no, it took a little while to calm back down. And then I got another cap on downfall, like 3rd round in.
Nice.
Show off. Some of us can't type in the code that fast.
Yeah.
I never
no,
even
we-
read it until I get there, so it's always, you know.
They'll memorize it before the round. I'm like 1, 6,
Nope.
7, 8. And I'm like,
I still
how do
remember
you
the
do
code.
that
I
and
still
shoot at the
remember
same
code
time? I'm like,
from that day, 134 1335. Still remember.
Oh
it.
my god.
I would have blinked and forgot it.
Yeah, as soon as those bullets start flying, man, everything goes out the window. I forget. And it's just brain cycles that you have to take away from thinking about positioning to remember a code. And I'm just like, nah, I'll just figure it out. I used to not even try to cap. I would just run past the objective because we had like a designated capper. So I would just run past and be like, someone cap this, and just keep going looking for more kills. I'm like, we'll either cap it or we'll kill people.
Yeah, luckily during that strat, I was able to I had a whole 6 minutes to memorize the code, and by the time I got there, it was like 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that was the plan at the beginning, actually. When we went against Kai, we're like, you know what? We're getting our stuff kicked in. You know, it's getting rough. We gotta cap it, or we're losing this. We're losing this match. And you know what? All the people that have doubted us, you know, said, you know what? This is the wall that these guys are hitting. You know, these guys have gone too far. This is it for them. You know. We're like, okay, it's either cap or lose, and we're gonna prove a lot of people right if we lose right now. But we're all very, very petty, so we wanted to really show the commentators what's what. We're all very petty guys, so a lot of the time when we go into tent, our motivational speeches. You saw all the guys that voted against us, all those 100 and something people. Let's prove them wrong. Never thought the guys that voted love those guys, but ultimately, what pushes us the most is to prove the guys that went against us wrong. And we asked Icy. Icy's like, you know what? I'm not even going to play this round. I'm going to sit in the back. I'm going to sit on the stairs and just wait. And I guess he waited for all of us to, you know, get smacked. And we all got smacked. The guys were panicking, and this guy had about 5.5 minutes to memorize the code, which worked out. And then
Still knows it.
Incredible play of that smoke and that flash. It worked out amazing, and the guy that blind fired didn't catch him either, which is pure luck. So he clutched it for us, and then the team morale just blew up. And that's one thing we're very proud of is our team morale. It's something that pushes us and drives us forward. You know, no matter what the round shows, you know, no matter how bad we lose, our morale never dies. So that's something that pushes us forward to win the next game, or at least try. So, and then downfall, we just gave it our all. So
yeah, definitely a confidence boost after that. The cap, the tank was very crazy.
Yeah,
I was
Actually, me.
He
Yeah,
came
and,
into some ear rape. Yeah, he came into some ear rape. We were all screaming. It was crazy. I don't know. We were there with him. We were all shaking.
The guy that kept us going, Cup, always is the one that's pulling us up, even though we're down 1-3 on Suburbia. He's always the one pulling us back up.
Yeah, he's just trying to make sure.
He likes to keep us humble. He's the quiet guy of the group, but he always says, you know what, guys, it's the next round. Don't talk about the previous round, because we like to come in and we like to be like, oh crap, you know, like I got my shit kicked in, and you know, it's this guy is lagging. I'm lagging. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why I was watching that angle. And Cup's like, you know what? It's the next round. Forget about it. The last one. And then at the beginning of every single round, you can hear Void screaming, you know, keep the alpha mentality. Let's bring it together, guys. I mean, it's the word. It's like watching one of those motivational YouTube videos where you just want to throw up because you're just listening to this guy talking about how alpha he is. But for some reason, it works. It's amazing.
It works.
Void has this energy to him that he brings out of this team where we bring humor into the game all the time. We laugh during the game. If I miss a shot, you know, I'll go on the radio and I'll tell everyone, oh, okay, I guess I'll go screw myself with all those bullets that I just shot into midair.
That one's my favorite.
Keeping a smile on the face. And I think us being humorous, motivational, like, I mean, we all push each other to do better. So Cup and Void really definitely do that for us. On the sidelines, Mech does that for us as well. You know, he always writes us these Discord messages of like, guys, don't worry, you got this. Eventually, you know, blah blah blah. If you lost a scrim, you'll win the next one. That's it. So, team morale is where we strive the most, I think. So
I gotta say, for a team that's only been around since the rookie tournament was in February
22nd.
So right after Valentine's Day, y'all built a team, and now we're February, March, April. I'm doing math live. It's really hard, guys. So like 4 months later, and I've got to say, like, your team morale, your team camaraderie, you guys are on point. Like, I've seen top teams that argue more than you. You guys seem to know everything that's happening. You're good at communicating. You play well. You've got the mentality that we see in top teams where this round is the only round that matters. It doesn't matter how you did last round as long as you come back and try again. And even if you do lose, which you haven't yet, if you do lose, it's still a learning experience. And, you know, the teams that can take a loss and then come back next week and say, you know what, whatever, we're going to just keep going. You might, you know, if you lose your next map, you might play that same person again later in the season. I don't know if that'll happen this season because there's a ton of teams. But it used to be that at the top, you would end up playing the same teams twice at least. So, you know, maybe you'll play them again and get a rematch, or maybe you'll get a challenge in and get a rematch, or maybe both. You know, you could just keep playing. I think Ember a couple seasons ago had a duel where they played the same team like 3 or 4 times during the season because, well, why not? Like, I mean, what's the point? You know, so you gotta put forth your best and keep playing and just keep going.
Well, when we started this team, ultimately our greatest goal was like me. I remember me and Cobra, we were talking about it. We're like, okay, so the best teams, you know, we got like Titans, like beginners, you know, boss fight, mayhem, all the crazy guys, you know, like peacekeepers, you know, all these guys, these incredible players, and we're like, I don't know when we're ever going to be able to, you know, match up against them, but you know what, let's give it a try. One day we'll go toe to toe with them. And for us to climb the ranks this quick is, I can only thank my entire team for that, because we all just meshed together, we flow somehow, and we made it up here. So but we didn't expect it. 100%, we didn't expect it. I see a lot of guys. We would ask them like after rounds, after scrims. You know, even Theta used to come to him for some words of advice, and Etch as well from Cobra Kai, and he used to tell us like, yeah, you guys are doing great. You know, you guys should probably land, maybe a high silver, maybe a low gold this first season. And that's not it. And when we got to where we got to today, we're completely blown away by it. The fact that we're going toe to toe with Mayhem tomorrow is insanity. Like, or today if you stream this today. But
right after this.
yeah, it's incredible, man. It's to think that we're going up against like the legends. It's
Best of the best, yeah.
yeah, it's an honor, obviously, and I mean the greatest mindset about it is that we don't really have much to lose. We're a rookie team. We just got here and we're reaching for the stars. And I mean, that's something we have to use to our advantage. We have to think about that before the game, like we don't have much to lose. We've already proven quite a bit of ourselves. If we can't beat the top teams, you know what? Take that as a lesson. Learn what you did wrong so you can do it better the next time. But that's about it. So
I remember we were when we first started off before we got our rank, we were all speculating like, oh, we're gonna make silver. No, oh, we can make high gold. And I remember, I can't remember what team it was, but we beat a team, and I went to go check, and I checked, and I saw the diamond star next to the name, and I was like, no way. I'm like, I went back to the chat, and I'm like, guys, we made diamond, and we all started freaking out. We're like, no way. And we started looking, and it was something else, because that's been my goal since I started, was to make a team that was successful and was up in the top 10, and I made it, and I was absolutely excited.
I personally hated the fact that we got that Master Star at the very beginning. A lot of people gave us, there were people that were congratulating us, but there were a lot of people that was giving us quite a bit of crap about it. Like, I mean, there are a lot of people that are saying, yeah, like amazing, good job, but we didn't really earn it. It was just, the way VRML website was, I don't know, coded or whatever. It just worked out that way. And then there were the high-end teams that are like, come on, like these guys don't know what they're doing. These guys are shooting left when they should be looking right. And why didn't they have a Master Star? You could see that in the Twitch chats, when we went up against Cold Steel. And there were a few guys, I'm not going to call them out, but they know who they are. They're like, oh, show them what a diamond team really is. Show them what a master team is, And when we beat them, the chat went silent, obviously.
Very
but
quiet. Very,
yeah,
very quiet.
we didn't expect that rank. We didn't want that rank. Every time someone would congratulate me about it, I would say, it's not earned, so I don't want to take pride in it. So, but right now I mean, even though we have that Master Star now, I don't think we fully deserve the Master Star. I do think we could deserve possibly a Diamond Star, but I am happy with our progress this far. The fact that we're going undefeated, a lot of guys might say, we went against some easy teams in the first half, but they have to remember the fact that, we're rookies too. So no team is an easy team. Yeah, every team for us was, we'd get nervous and it was tough every time. So
yeah, I just like to think about it. You go into the match, just every other opponent. Doesn't matter if they're Mayhem, or it doesn't matter if they're another rookie team like us. It's they're one opponent, and you just go in, you play them. Who cares if it's James Block, Theta, and whatever? It's just
Whatever.
Any opponent.
I can't even remember the roster. Whatever.
Can't even remember the Mayhem roster. Oh man.
We try not to think of it that way. We try to, I like to tell my guys, you know what, these guys are the titans of the game, but you know what, they're human just like us. They bleed just like us. They think just like us. It's all, the cool thing about Onward is it's physical and mental talent as well, right? It's not just Call of Duty where you're pressing some buttons quick enough and you're winning and you're doing 360 no scopes and stuff like that. I mean, we practiced that in 3 rooms, but it has failed miserably.
So close.
Nonetheless, I mean, it's a completely different game, and I like to remind my guys that, you know what, these guys are just as human as us. There's no superhumans playing this game. It's us versus another set of people just like us. So don't look at it as anything crazy or anything special. Yeah, they're talented. They've gone up somewhere, but you know, we can be just as talented and we're physically as capable as they are at doing what they're doing.
So I'm just gonna give you a little word of advice for the Mayhem rankings, and they're gonna be very upset when I say this, but you know, when SMC was still in there, they were 11th worldwide. So really, do they really deserve that spot? I mean, let's be real.
I'm not gonna get into those controversial things. we all I know is that when we started this thing, we had to look up really far and break our necks to see where they were. So
yeah,
I mean, we respect all the teams that we play. We respect all the teams that are up in the top tens. It's insane. I remember when I asked Etch about, from Kai, I was asking him, what does it take to be a top 10 team? He says, well, getting anywhere before top 10 just takes a lot of work, but the top 10 teams are built entirely different. There's a whole different connection between the people. There's a huge mesh, a huge flow between the guys. Everyone's so tight. And I think we have that in this team. We just have to get the experience and learning the gameplay a little more for all that.
So speaking of gameplay, you guys are all Quest players. Quest native, or do any of you play on PC? Or do you have any intention to play? Do you want to see the difference? Do you want to move up? Did the Quest get you into VR and now you want to play on PC, or are you happy on the Quest?
I mean, the graphics are a little bit sad at times. And when you're looking across Downfall, from North Hotel to even to Center Hotel, and you're like, is that a pillow or is that a Volk? And it's just such a blur, and you got to take shots at whatever it is. Sometimes I'd love to try PC VR just for the graphics standpoint of view, just because the aesthetically pleasing part of it. But I mean, unfortunately, there's also some advantages with the questies, as you guys call us, the plebeians. The peasants that play quests. We do have some advantages in some places, I guess, but PCVR does have some kind of advantage. I was told on Suburbia some of the what's it called?
Yeah, you can see through the bushes on Suburbia. It's not the clearest thing, but you can still see through them.
Yeah. So
against Kai, when we were holding Playground, and I was sitting in lane 3. I was peeking under the bushes because I play on Rift S, and I saw him run past. I was like, and I just tracked him, and then I got pretty far ahead.
Personally, I've played on both. I've tried PC, and I prefer the Quest. The only bad thing about the Quest is that you can't see. It's like difficult to see if someone is in a window across the map on Downfall. But besides that, wireless gaming beats it, 100%.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
I went to stand up from laying down on cargo, and I stepped on my power cord, and I yanked the power cord at the top of the headset, and I tried to plug it. I'm like, shit. I plug in, it's not working. I'm like, I had to reset. I'm so upset.
I've had that happen a couple of times too.
Yeah,
it's always the worst.
It's not the proudest moment.
The wireless gameplay is definitely something that is an advantage, I think, as well, in terms of maneuverability, getting down on the ground, jumping up and down, crouching when you see bullets fly. You don't have to, you can just drop them into the ground without worrying about, yanking out your cords and the life support of someone else's cords, like in the process. It's that's the benefit.
It really immerses you. It's really, really immersive.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for me. So you guys are getting ready to take on Mayhem. How are you feeling? Are you ready for this? Are you going to be playing? Are you you have any super secret strats? Have you watched game tape? Like,
we've done
Many
it all.
times.
We have a very specific person that does our analytical stuff. His name, it's Mech. He goes in, he puts in like 10 hours where he just watches a bunch of streams. He writes up an entire analytical document for us. We watch, we look at that, we read that, we we try to really do our research about other teams. In terms of how we're going into this match, I think we're excited and scared at the same time. It's we're excited because we're going up against, again, the titans of the game,
Best of the best.
but at the same time we're scared because it's like, you know, we don't want to lose that winning streak as well. There's a lot of on the line. I know there's a lot of people that are waiting for us to hit this wall. There's a lot of guys that are going to celebrate it. You know, if we win, and there might be some guys that celebrate that we win as well. So it's mixed emotions, but ultimately we don't have a lot to lose, seeing as we're a rookie team. But we definitely want to try and we want to take that #1 spot. We want to show the coolest underdog story, so to speak,
Everything is possible.
and as soon as possible, because Cobra doesn't have time.
No, I said everything is possible.
Oh, I said as soon as possible. Okay.
No, not as soon as possible.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be casting your match, so I'm going to be looking forward to some epic plays. I'll be watching, and good luck to you. And I think that's it from the interview desk. This has been Badger Zombie, Void, Cobra, Amex. Oh my god, I can't remember these names. Icy, Mech, and STF Cup. And this is the team Air 404. And we will see you guys next time on the interview desk, and we will see you guys in the cast immediately following this.
Wonderful.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks.
Thanks for interviewing.
Thank you.
Welcome, everybody, to the Onward VR Master League Season 11, Week 6. I'm your host, Trip, and my co-caster, Ramen, and we're going to be watching Air 404 and Mayhem duke it out in the Master Tier Division. Should be an epic matchup.
Definitely.
And so, sorry, we were late on the start of this because I can't do math. We all know that. It's a fact of life. So we're just going to cut right into the bans. Ramen, go for it.
Okay, Mayhem coming out banning Suburbia this time, which is actually a change of pace since last they were casted. I do believe they banned Sand, which I just wonder if that's going to be a ban on just Aero 404 being good on Suburbia, or they're just comfortable on Sand now. And then also Aero 404 banning Subway, which I definitely think is a strength ban, as one of Mayhem's 100% win rate maps is Subway, and Aero 404, even though they haven't been defeated on it, decided to ban it. So I definitely think Mayhem is very good at Subway. Does look like we're going to be hopping into round number 1, though.
Round number 1 on map number 1, which is Sand. And yeah, normally, Ramen, just, you know, I know you're a new caster, but we do the home ban first and then the away ban. Air 404 is the home team in tonight's matchup, just so the viewers are aware.
I understand now, Trip.
You almost got
Those
me.
look like-
You almost got me, because I almost pressed the play button, which does it in order. But I'm a professional.
Oh, okay. Trip, being the professional caster he is able to clutch that. Does gonna be looking like, though, we're gonna be seeing a very passive offense coming out from Aero 404. A pretty spread out defense on Mayhem. Only James on objective, Sky in his normal corner.
Lots of communication coming out from Mayhem, obviously, but you know, on this map, like we're talking earlier, the maps are so small, you can hear James talk from basically anywhere. Is that a Molotov?
That is a Molotov.
It's been a while since we've seen a Molotov. Not really in the place he wanted it, I'm assuming, but using a Molly to cover these door approaches is actually a great play.
Yeah, especially since, I mean, it's really hard to peek out without exposing yourself too much, cutting those angles. Icy with the pick onto James on objective. Icy's gonna back up, going onto the north. He's gonna regroup with Void. Potato Bot
1 minute across again.
shooting at Cobra, I think, on that cross. Cobra with the team kill on the Badger. Very unfortunate.
Fuck, team kill.
Bring it to a 4v4.
Yeah, very unfortunate indeed. He's still trying to hit Potato Bot on the top of the center building there. I think that's those first round nerves getting to them and shooting a player on rotation.
I would like to point out, though, Cup's position right here. He might be able to find the backside of Potato and Wookie if he's careful enough. He's going to be pushing on that north, though. Icy making his way down to him. Icy with the trade on to Cappy. Cappy down. Icy can get revived here. I think that's exactly what Boyd's going to be doing. It's STF with the pick onto Wookie in the back. Potato looking for the refrag. Cobra with the headshot onto Sky. Objective is now open. Potato, last man alive. 4 up on Arrow. Error.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there it is. We made it not even a whole round, folks, before Arrow came out. Potato does what he needs to do. He crashes onto objective. He knows that a cap is worse than getting killed. And now he just has to defend it. They are seeming encircling it, but STF Cup and Potato Bot do trade. And Air 404 take their first point. We're gonna run a quick replay here and see if this actually works, because I'm really hoping it does. And it does. We've got replays. We've got in-game chat. This is gonna be a great cast. We're gonna have all the information for everyone at home.
Yeah, I definitely think that was a strong round coming out from Arrow 404 right there. That almost 4-man up. Did end on a trade. He was still down though. I mean, pretty impressive offense surrounding that objective, being able to get the backside of a lot of mayhem there.
Yeah, I know, honestly, the final approach we saw from Air 404 there was nothing like the initial assault. I mean, they were, like you said, they were really passive, and they just kind of waited. They were looking for Mayhem to push out from that defensive position. And I really like, I mean, like you saw, if you watched the interview ahead of time, we talked about being able to make changes on the fly, and it seemed like that's what they're doing, and they're learning. And hopefully we'll see more of that throughout the cast.
Yeah, I definitely think just taking it slow to get into your positions and then playing aggressive from there, just so you don't have to worry about any flankers. Because, I mean, STF being able to get onto that backside, although Mayhem isn't really a flanky team, I know sometimes they do have a person off objective. That does happen, but, I mean, we saw there, really everybody was kind of on that objective, and I think that was their downfall, really. I mean, they were able to surround the objective, encircle that entire defense, and then slowly push in, be able to pick off one by one.
All right, we're moving into round number 2. Still on the auto shop, garage, objective, whatever you want to call it.
We are going to see another really passive-ish offense coming up from Mayhem. Very much mirroring kind of what Arrow, gosh dang it. Arrow 404, kind of a similar push from what Arrow 404 was doing. 3-man on the north side, 2 guys kind of making their way slowly down south. They're going to be challenging STF, though, in this back area. If Wookie comes through that door, he's going to have some trouble.
Wookie does have a 203 smoke, and he puts it up on the top floor of center. Something we're seeing a lot more utility use of is the 203 smoke. It just has certain benefits, as in it cannot be thrown back. You can hit longer range targets with it and get smokes on windows and things like that. And Wookie's pushing in, he gets STF Cup.
Over here,
Wookie does get injured, though. He did react quick enough, though. SDF does get picked off. I would like to point out that smoke was dead, blocking Cobra's line of sight. I mean, very nice shot by Wookie there.
Yeah, and if you look at the map, that's really the only like that's the longest range angle in the entire map is from roof down to that corner. So it's a good smoke coverage. It definitely blocks off and forces rotations so they can cover the same angles. Badger picks up James.
You thought.
As he comes
James with almost a nice frag onto Badger, except it went onto the roof. Badger almost goes down. I think he tried tricking James there by saying that he was down. James does peek that and gets picked off. Badger hears Potato Bot pushing down the south. I mean, Badger's able to bring it to a 4-4. Only guy really on objective. Boyd's gonna opt for hanging right by that door. I wonder if he's gonna try and push in, find the backside of Potato.
He's between a Potato and a hard place with Sky Joker on the other side.
Boyd should hear Potato Bot's footsteps. He does have to be careful though. Icy with the pick onto Sky on that north side. Potato's gonna decide to rotate off, probably in hopes that he doesn't get spotted out by Icy if he does decide to go for that flank. Cobra's his laser's coming over here. He might be able to spot out Potato if he isn't careful. Shot turning out towards Badger. Cobra with the pick onto Potato, down to a 2v5. Cappy bringing it to a 2v4, picking off Icy. Wookie with the amazing nade on the Cobra. Only down though.
See if we got that one on a replay, because that was a beautiful nade.
Already bringing it down to a, I mean, 2v2. With two guys still being able to get res, they can still give out callouts. I don't know where the other down person is though. Oh, it does look like we have a drop. So yeah, only one person downed. Cobra's the only one down. He's on that rooftop. We'll be able to give out callouts. Badger watching the cross. Wookie's gonna have to be really careful as Boyd could swing out and kill him get that refrag if he does decide to pick off Badger.
You know, if he kind of sneaks across, he might actually have a cap on his hands.
Well, the only thing really here is that Cobra, I mean, if he's tall enough, he might be able to see right onto that objective, plus Badger might hear him. Does look like he's going to push off and head towards the north. He is checking tablet. He could be trying to go for that cap here.
Try and scope it out real quick. Over.
Wookie getting a good position here behind the billboard, looking for a shot onto Badger. Sees him, takes him down.
Minus another one in the corner on objective. Not
I mean,
sure.
Mayhem already bringing it to a 1v2.
Two confirmed.
Definitely turning the tables from, I mean, what was that, like a 2v, I think it was a 2v3 or 2v4. Mayhem with the really good comeback. Cappy's going to get the pick onto Cobra right before, or sorry, right after he gets called out. Boyd, last one alive. He's watching that roof. If he's not careful. Oh, a flash comes out. I think he gets Void. He tucks in. Wookie's gonna rush right towards objective. No, he's gonna actually back off onto that doorway. Void looking the wrong way. You have to be really careful. Wookie. And Cappy also on that roof. A trade comes out. Void trading with Wookie, bringing it to 1-1 Mayhem. Now tying up.
You are struggling tonight. You've got word problems. You've got math problems.
I got a lot of saliva in my mouth.
You're just salivating at the
Yeah.
the thought of this match.
The juicy match that's before us. Oh, I am not doing well right now.
And we are putting the predictions in 6 minutes in the future. In the past, I don't know how time works, but I'm putting the predictions in right now so you can vote on your favorite teams.
Yeah, it should be 6 minutes in the past if we have a 6-minute delay. Come on, Trip.
It's in the future because it's delayed. I say it now, and it happens in 6 minutes. That's in the future.
Oi.
Mr. Camera 2.
Oh, I thought it would just...
Is that I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't know. we're moving to the. So you called this one garage? Is that this is garage and that's auto shop? That's how I distinguish them because you can't both be garage.
This is very reminiscent of the Downfall garage. That's why I call it garage. And then yeah, this is just auto shop right here. Yeah, it just makes it easier.
I don't know how many times I've actually seen this garage objective played. I know I've seen it once, but I can't remember if it was in a league match or if it was in the preseason in the custom map tournament.
Yeah, I've played this objective a lot. It's really, you have to be really careful because somebody can cap from this corner right here. I've done it before. You can get right to this corner, so Mayhem's going to be after watching that. Although Mayhem doesn't really have too many problems, although I say that, but Quokka with the cap on them last week, I do believe, or maybe it was this week. You just have to be really careful of anybody getting to that corner right there, and with that potential cap, or anybody inside, depending on where they place their defenders.
Pretty standard defense here. Wookie taking that new. What?
Ooh.
Oh no.
He burned himself.
I hate to do it. I really do, but that's gonna get a replay.
Yeah, I think that deserves a replay right there. Guy burning himself with his own Molotov. I thought he might have like jumped down off a building or something.
That's definitely what I thought.
Wookie in a pretty, I mean, this spot's become a lot more meta now that people have started to play this map a little bit more. I do see a lot of people trying to get up onto this right here. You can hear people coming above you and you can swing to kill them. You can kind of cover the roof, but you also got the cross onto this door right here, which I think Pup might be trying to come out of. So it will be a little bit interesting to see who wins that. Macy and James with the trade onto each other. Void gonna find the trade onto Potato, bring it to a 2v3 already. Error. 3 men up.
The shots ring out, and immediately, like I've told other teams, Mayhem just throws grenades where gunshots happen. So if you shoot from anywhere, you have to make your move, because the grenades are already coming. They're preemptive airstrikes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure James has like a mortar or something just in his back pocket at all times, is able to launch those nades. Wookie is gonna rotate off the roof though, go to where Sky Joker was supposed to be, but no, he got burned up.
Capitano is having some technical difficulties in here. Heard him say something about losing a controller.
Cup, that does leave Cup though able to swing in on this backside. Cobra's gonna start making some noise. Cappy's gonna start taking some shots at Badger. Oh my god, I am struggling. Wookie though with the nice nade onto Badger, only gonna be downing him. Cobra can get the res if he's careful.
They need to be careful about Cup. If he sneaks around on the backside and goes in quiet, they might not pay attention as they are worried about the top of center. Cup's gonna see the backside of Capitano any second now. There it is. There's the kill.
Wookie's now eyeing this corner, but Cup's gonna do the smart thing and rotate away. Doesn't know where Wookie is. He's gonna be watching that corner for any peekers. Because, I mean, Mayhem is also a little bit known for re-peeking and trying to get refrag. That's one of their other big things. If Badger peeks is still, I mean, okay, yeah, Pup, yeah,
wow,
like
the
we just saw like
there.
Yeah, I thought Pup might get that, but Wookie, yeah, you see, he's just kind of rotating around objective, trying to find, looking in that general area. Badger falling off the roof in a very bad spot here, because I don't think will he be able to reach him? Yeah, he will. Okay. I mean, Wookie's got to be careful here. Cup on the backside. He is kind of standing out in the open. Wookie might... Oh! Oh, and the trade comes out! Error 404. Now with a 1-point lead. Jeez, I am struggling. Oh my god.
It's all good. You'll get there. You'll get there. Just keep
I
keep
need
at
like
it.
a
You
sip
got
of
this.
water or something.
Yeah, calm down. We still have 2 maps to go. We're just getting into this.
Trust me, it's only gonna get worse from here. Very nice play. Very nice round there by Arrow 404, being able to, I mean, play that offense, but also Wookiee rotating off of that roof, definitely leaving Pup to be able to go on that backside. Definitely a good play by him there. I think Wookiee spot is definitely becoming a meta now. It's a very strong spot to be watching those doors because not many people check it. And I think it's, especially since it's a little bit newer, since this ledge, this little opening now exists.
Wait, which little opening? Oh, to get onto it, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, to actually get onto it, because I don't think that pile actually existed, or at least that little area didn't exist beforehand.
Really? All right, let's see what chat thinks is gonna be the winner of map 1. So far, we've got, it's a pretty close game. It's actually Air 404 in the lead right now.
Yeah, I think Arrow 404 definitely, because of this is their map pick. Mayhem a little bit more uncomfortable on this map, I would say. They have been I would say they've been banning this a lot. So I wonder if they are kind of just dipping their toes in trying to get into getting this map down so they can just go back to banning Suburbia, because we all know how much Mayhem hates Suburbia.
I think that's just an urban legend. I think they love it.
I've heard it myself, not a legend.
All right, let's take a look
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be
at the
swell.
Mayhem side here. Swapping mags and all that fun stuff.
Same ways, guys.
Love to see
You can
the
get around. Yeah,
teamwork there.
You know, there aren't a lot of teams anymore that take 2
Oh, they
drum
have
mags,
doorway.
like
Joker.
two assault or support classes. Normally, it's just the
I think
one guy.
I think on smaller maps, I think it's a little bit more less common because, I mean, you really want to be rocking that AP if you can, especially since some teams are now starting to run body armor. I mean, body armor can definitely help if you are only running full metal jacket, so definitely give you the advantage. And these teams are looking for every advantage that they can. I will say Void is very exposed on this backside. If Theta, Potato, or Wookiee peeks this, they might be able to find the pick onto him. He's rotating though, so I don't think that pick is going to be shut down.
He's still very exposed though. He's making a very big rotation. Finally gets tucked into a spot. No, he's still moving around.
Yeah, he's being a little bit more aggressive on the spots. What was that? I think that was Badger taking shots at James. In I want to say garage. No,
Auto
it's,
shop. Auto shop.
Auto shop. Honestly, you could call both of them garage and just confuse your teammates. Icy slowly creeping his way forward, trying to spot out James. He's gonna rotate back though. He's gonna be watching that. Icy with the pick onto Wookiee right when Wookiee kills STF, who was on top of the roof. Nice refrag there from Icy. Very sneaky peek there though from Wookiee.
Theta and Potato Bot are still moving up into those tunnels where Wookiee died, so they will be able to get some refrags here. Maybe Air 404 has decided that it's not the angle of attack anymore, and they're gonna kind of, you know, give up on it, not defend it as hard, focus more on the known players. They know where James is. I don't think anyone knows where Sky Joker is. Potato and Theta also unknowns at this point.
I will say one thing too. I mean, on defense, if you can rotate, it is always smart because you never really want to be peeking the same angle because you can get pre-fired. Or also, with Mayhem, we know that they love throwing frags. So if you kill somebody from a certain angle and you don't rotate, there's a possibility that you get a frag onto you, especially with James still alive. I mean, but Badger almost getting the head of James. His laser's like right next to him. It's so close. It was only a 4v4. I think, yeah, Badger's gonna
look at
have
those
a little bit of
smokes.
his tension forced onto this west side. Theta and Potato now making a little bit more noise. Ooh, and a bad C4 going off. Close, but not enough. Sky Joker's gonna find the pick onto Icy on the east side. Badger's gonna find the pick onto Potato, now leaving Theta all by himself on that west side. James and Sky still peeking through here. Cobra is gonna be the one to stop them, if anything, or maybe Sky finds the pick onto Cobra. Cobra is gonna peek up though and find the pick onto Sky, now down to a 2v4, or sorry, a 2v3. Void finding the pick onto Theta, already bringing it down to a 3v1. James, last one alive.
And in danger, Cobra right here at the door with him.
Cobra's gonna peek around right when James isn't looking and it's gonna find the kill, bringing Arrow 4 in a 2-point lead. Wow.
Yeah, man, I'm watching the replay on that, and James just looks the wrong way at the wrong time. Like, that's how it is in Onward, right?
Yeah, it's sometimes it just comes down to bad timing, or you're trying to peek an angle, but you're a little bit out in the open. You're already exposed to so many angles that it's kind of hard to know which angle to look at. It's... yeah.
All right. So we're moving on to... what do you call this one? What is this one? Radio tower? Is that what we call it?
I just call this South Building.
South Building. That is so nondescript. I mean, I guess it is the only South Building. I guess you're right, but like, there's a giant radio tower on it.
I guess you could call this radio station if you wanted to, but... honestly, I think as long as you know what you're talking about and it's not like it's not too confusing and your team knows what you're talking about, I feel like it's fine. Because then again, the South Building is the only the radio tower, sorry, is the only building in the South, so...
All right, moving into round number 5. What do you think? Think a cap happens here? This is a pretty capable objective. I've seen lots of teams get inside this building.
Honestly, I think Arrow 404 might try and go for kills just for the safe bet, because, I mean, Mayhem are the type to not really go off of objective. They're very close to objective just in case they need to get objective. I would say that Icy is going to start taking shots at Wookiee through that little crack. Wookiee's going to be able to rotate into cover, though, not being hit.
Gonna be hard to challenge that though from Wookiee's position, as he's gonna get shot in the feet, whereas Icy has a great line of sight and half cover. Half cover. This is D&D, folks. He has half cover. He has 3/4 cover. Badger with
James.
a tight. Look at that angle that he's holding there.
Yeah. I was about to say James with his half cover there. Badger will have disadvantage with ranged weapons at this.
Wow. And we know who all the nerds are now. Everyone's gonna be in chat telling us we're DMing wrong.
Hey, I was DMing on like a West Marches for what, like 3 months? I think I know what I'm talking about.
Man, James
is
keeps
gonna
peeking it. Oh, it's so tight.
Badgers just keep on holding this angle. This angle is really good though. I mean, it's really hard to shoot Badger, and you can kill anybody trying to peek up.
So that repair shop, the first objective we have on the ramp. He's on the second
James
floor now.
is going to be able to call out Badger though. As I do fly over there, I do hear him call that out.
I mean,
now
can you even see? Like, hold on. How do I turn off the outlines?
Potato Bot about to come into contact with Cup if he decides to peek this corner. And Potato's going to find the pick onto Cup. Cobra a little too far back to be able to get the refrag. He might try and peek this corner too now that he knows that Potato's here.
Coming out of one of those doors, kind of difficult. Oh, Potato or James finally goes down to Badger.
Potato is going to be able to call out Cobra though, as he's making a little bit too much noise. Peeking this angle. Going to be able to give that information to Potato. It's going to be rotating a little bit closer. Wookie, the lone man on the roof, is going to have to be careful of. I mean, Badger's going to have to be careful of Wookie. The offense should be aware of him because Icy did take shots at him, but no, Badger's going to find the pick onto Wookie, bring it to a 4v3.
A 4v3. All three of the last Mayhemians standing pretty close to objective. However, there are some long crosses that need to be made by Potato to get back, and he goes down in a trade to Cobra.
I will say there's a lot of trades coming out here. A lot of these kills are coming down to trades. Icy might be able to find the pick on a Theta as he peeks, and he is able to get the pick on the Theta as Theta's too distracted with Badger. Now down to a 1v3 match point. I mean, Arrow 404 definitely coming out strong. Sky Joker peeking out. It's going to be able to get the pick onto Icy, bringing it to a 2v1. Badger's right there, but he's just going to miss Sky Joker as Sky Joker peeks back into OBJ. Badger shooting, giving out information, is going to be able to pick up Cobra, but will he be quick enough? Yeah, Sky Joker is not going to decide to go for the pick just in case the cap comes out. Guy is going to be watching this side, though. Going to have to be careful. Void, but Void nearly misses him. He's going to be looking at the door. Should find the pick on the Sky, and he does. Giving Error 404 the 4 points they need to take map number 1.
A fantastic map number 1 for Air 404. Fantastic.
I remember Aero 404 talking about in that interview saying they don't like whether or not they really deserve that Masters. And I mean, depending on how the rest of this match goes, I mean, they might change their minds about that. And, well, I mean, bring a contender for first place in.
This match is going to Downfall now, which is a Mayhem choice, but I'm pretty sure Air 404 likes these long-range maps just as well.
I will go back to the stats here. Downfall, Mayhem has 100% win rate on Downfall. So out of the 3 maps that they've the 3 games that they've played on Downfall, I mean, they've won all 3 of them. Error 404 with a 80% win rate though. 5 maps, they've played Downfall 5 times with only 4 of them won. So I mean, very close. Really just depends, because I mean, although it is week number 6 into the league, it is kind of hard to go based off of strats just because some people have played maps more, some have only played it once. I mean, it is a rare sight, but it just really depends on who's more comfortable on it, who's better at it, and who's going to be picking it more, and who's going to be picking it against them more.
Well, I will say that Mayhem does have their resident sniper in Defilade. I think it's Defilade. I can't even remember now. Is it Potato? They're all really good shots, but I think Defilade is the sniper, and Potato just runs a 4x, if I remember right. So I don't know if Air 404 has gone up against a team with a highly skilled marksman class. I know I hate it. I hate doing it. It's the worst feeling in the world. And we're going to start off on the Heli Bungalow objective, ice cream truck objective, whatever you call it. It doesn't really look like an ice cream truck anymore after the map changes. This is definitely a deuce and a half. But we're going to go into round 1. Map number 2.
Wait, sorry, what do you call this?
It's a deuce and a half.
Bungalow?
Heli Bungalow.
Oh, okay. I thought you said ice cream truck.
Oh, yeah, well, it used to be called ice cream truck because the vehicle here looked like an ice cream truck. And it's also, all the dead bodies are gone, like the pile of bodies, so...
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't remember that. Then again, I do have a really bad memory.
Icy's going to be pushing towards Center Hotel. Will he make it there without getting picked off? He should be fine. Is he going to peek aggressively when he gets up to the top?
I would like to point out another thing new to One
the
just
league
crossed
this
into
season,
South
season
Valley,
11,
two crossed into
is the
South
6-minute timers. I mean, we've seen
Not
it in the past
new.
before. Yeah, we've seen it in the past before, but it is finally getting brought back, which means more time to set up on Downfall and Quarantine and all these other bigger maps. Icy's gonna be taking shots at
Two in the
Wookiee.
South Valley. Two in the South Valley.
Theta has no clue where that came from. I wonder if Defilade's rocking the... Yeah, Defilade's gonna be rocking the EMR 12-ac. We might be able to see some good snipes coming out from him today. And I don't think Aero 404 has a designated sniper, maybe? I'm looking around, I don't really see anybody with
Well, some teams only take a designated sniper on Marsoc as well, so... sometimes you don't want to run it as a defense. You only want to run it on offense. Theta putting rounds downrange.
Yeah, I would say that's true. Plus, sometimes it depends on the objective. Sometimes you'll see, I mean, on Quarantine, a good example is Viper. Sometimes he'll run Specialist, sometimes he'll run Marksman. It really just depends on the objective and where the spawns are. Icy in a pretty good spot right here. Really tucked in by these,
west, like southwest
by this truck. He has to be careful, though, of anybody pushing into center, but that should be covered by Boyd.
Yeah, this defense here, a very southern-facing defense with Icy, Void, and Badger in Brothel when the objective is all the way over here in Heli Bungalow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have anybody on objective. There's nobody inside the objective. By the way, you can cap from inside. So, I mean, if the slight possibility that somebody slips right past their defense, this could be a potential cap. Defilade with the EMR sniper shot right onto Icy. Not getting the confirm, though. Potato's going to start making noise in the north side, or by... What do you call this? Upper red truck, or do you call this, like... Yeah, okay.
I like
some
how
teams like to call it East Red Truck. Some people call it
East and West
Red
people
Truck.
are the worst.
See, I just like it because it's simple to remember because you have lower and upper dumpster. Why make it... Why not call it East Dumpster too, then?
I like how as soon as Potato started shooting, the brothel lasers turned directly onto his window. And then as soon as he ran out of ammo, he called it, and then the shots started ringing in from Theta. So they're using those the belt-fed LMGs of the big mags to suppress and draw fire from opposite ends of the map to draw attention back and forth and potentially get a peek on a rotation or something like that.
I want to point out James' spot right here. I mean, he's already on kind of the backside. He has to be careful of Cup, as, I mean, Cup is watching this backside. If he smokes right here, he potentially could run up to objective. He just has to be careful of anybody in the brothel. Badger just running out in the open right there. Cobra's gonna find the pick on the Potato.
One down, one down.
Yeah, I wonder if James is gonna be able to get the cap here. There isn't really anybody on objective.
If he's trying for a slow cap, though, that's going to be hard.
I mean, he isn't mono, so who knows?
Oh, the res comes.
Wow. Yeah, Badger's gonna find the res onto Icy, and Icy's right when he gets up is gonna be able to headshot Defilade. Defilade's probably a little bit mad thinking that he confirmed that body. James and Cup about to get into a battle right here. Wookie finds a headshot onto Void.
Clears out the brothel.
Already down to a 2v4. James and Cup about to stand off against each other.
Wait, can Cup see him if James stays prone? I mean, this angle... Oh, no. Oh, he can't. James has 60 seconds. Wookie nades himself. Oh, he sees the backside of James.
Wookie probably not feeling too happy about that grenade. And James barely not being able to make it past there, just gets shot right in the back. That hill not tall enough.
And James was almost across too. Like, I was following him, and he was just waist down left from behind cover, and he got caught.
Yeah, especially with that brothel taken out. I mean, if James had kept on peeking that window, he potentially could have gotten the cap. You just have to be careful. I think he was directing his tension a little bit more to objective because he might have thought somebody might be there trying to peek out. He doesn't want to get picked off from two different sides, and he had to choose.
He did only have 60 seconds left, so he did have to start making an approach.
Yeah.
At Air 404 doing a great job here on Downfall and on Sand. I mean, just so far in this match, a great job of showing the people what they wanted to see. I know we wanted a good matchup, and we wanted to see if Air 404 belonged in the Master Tier, and after taking Map 1 with a solid 4-1 victory, I would say yes. Even if they lose the series, I would say they've earned their spot.
Yeah, I definitely think, I mean, this was the proving match. This is, does Aero 404 deserve to be in here? And I mean, being able to take Sand that demandingly, I think it's going to be coming down to this map, and if they can take this, I think they definitely deserve Masters. And maybe even top 5.
Hear me out. Maybe we're looking at it wrong, and Mayhem don't deserve Master. And that's what we're really seeing here. I mean, you know, maybe we're looking at it wrong.
Mayhem's just falling apart. I think Mayhem's been able to put up a great fight this season. I'm pretty sure they're both undefeated teams.
I don't know if Mayhem is undefeated.
Oh, no. Mayhem has been beaten. Aero 404 undefeated. Cobra with a nice pick onto Potato.
A long range cross. Picked him up. Going up the door. Oh, and James goes down to Icy on a rotation back towards objective out in the middle of nowhere.
Aero 404 already starting out strong. A 5v4 only, or sorry, a 5v3 only, what? 45 seconds into the round?
Yeah, not a strong way to start off this objective. Especially, like, this one in particular, there's so many angles that you have to watch, and you got to be exposed on a lot of them. Defilade trying to put shots onto upper red truck Icy. He rotates windows, Definitely taking shots, having to duck back down. He's gonna peek it.
Yeah, definitely just trying to get this peek onto him, but he doesn't want to get picked off by Icy because he is pre-firing this. I don't think he can 100% spot out definitely, but he does know that the shots are coming out from there. Smoke coming out from Icy. Gonna be able to make his rotation down to lower red truck. And definitely not contested anymore because James went down on this side.
Yeah, shutting down the northern reach from the Mayhem defense. It's going to put a hamper on it. I mean, Wookie really is the only one that's covering the north. Theta can't see anything out past the building in front of him. And Defilade is way back there. I mean, I guess he has a decent amount of coverage. And he does take some shots onto Icy. Hits him, makes him have to use his needle.
And also has to use his very, very nice knees getting down on the floor there, trying to avoid his shots.
Air 404 still has all 5 standing. Let's take a look at the overhead at this approach. 1 in upper red truck, 1 in lower red truck, someone in center bungalow, and 2 in the valley. If they time this approach, it's going to be a very good approach. I mean, coming up through the valley while people are shooting at your northern guys, or vice versa, you cannot cover both angles at the same time from the same spot.
And Icy being able to duck right under Wookie's sight because, I mean, there's that big hill there blocking all of that window. But Beta's going to be able to shut him down on that rotation around.
I saw him. I don't know if I got him. He's a crater
What
building.
is this building called?
Crater building.
Crater building. Okay.
We never used that call out. I didn't know this was crater building until this season, I think. I always thought crater building was a building over by, you know, the crater.
The giant crater in the back, yeah.
So I didn't realize what people were talking about when they made call outs. I got real confused sometimes.
I know a lot of the spots that people normally go to, and if I don't know the spot, I usually just use directions like northeast, southwest.
At least you don't use angles. Those people
Oh,
are the worst.
you see some teams play and they'll use like 200 degrees. Be like,
I see Noman in chat confirming that he's an East Red Truck person, which only goes to confirm that people that use East and West are wrong and should be told so.
Run, Badger, run.
yeah,
Badger's
sorry,
gonna
Nom, but you're a little wrong here.
He can't hurt me here. This is my safe space. Wookie's still trapped in center hotel. Can't rotate away. Can't find any kills.
I'm
A minute
definitely so
30.
focused on that. Yeah, definitely so focused on that north side. I don't think he's going to be able to see the cross from Cup and Badger, especially since Wookie, I mean, it's really risky to go down to that bottom area just in case somebody is watching from that east side. Wookie's just kind of
As far as I
stuck
know,
here.
there's still
He
maybe
doesn't
one
really
east
have
or
any
west red truck
information
or helicopter.
saying that he can rotate. I'm pretty sure they probably have a good kill count,
One center hotel.
so he knows that 4 are still up, and they could be anywhere around him, which they are very much surrounding.
Wookie just made some
definitely.
call outs, letting him know that STF Cup is there.
Definitely, it's not going to be peeking that window, though.
I don't think he needs to. There's only 45 seconds left. They need to play the time, and he's got an angle back towards objective. Here comes Badger up the road as well.
Someone's near me, center hotel.
The time, even with the 6 minutes, some teams still lose track of this time. I wonder, with that beep now coming in, if they're going to realize they need to push this objective. And Cobra on the push might get taken out by Defilade here, but he's going to be able to duck down. Defilade downing Badger. Cobra now going to be able to run across Wookie, getting the down onto Cup. Wookie then rotating, going to be able to get the pick onto Cobra as he shoots towards Defilade, giving Mayhem their first point on downfall.
That was a crazy end of the round right there. I mean, I had an overhead view of 4 Air 404 players pushing in picks from all sides, immediate refrags, immediate rotations. It was very good, and it goes to show that you keep holding your angle, you don't get peaky. If you have a good defense and you wait it out and you play, Mayhem had offsetting angles there on their defensive positions so that Defilade could cover Wookiee and Wookiee could cover Defilade, vice versa. So they played into their strengths. They didn't need to move. They could see the objective. The only way onto objective was if Theta went down, and they just forced that time.
I get it, Trip. I was wrong. Definitely didn't need to peek that. I'm kidding. But, yeah, definitely. I think with that 3 people still up, Theta doing a nice job being able to rotate around objective, making sure they don't get there. He's kind of like their last guy. He needs to make sure nobody, any attackers really don't get past any of their outside defenders. And if somebody does sneak past, Theta can easily get that frag onto them. And then definitely in that nice spot, which I'm like, they knew he was there. It was a little bit risky peeking those windows, but I mean, it paid off for him in the end. We're gonna be seeing a new objective as we hop into round number 3.
Yeah.
East Garage.
This one, East Stables? East Garage? East Stables.
I call it East Garage.
I think this is Stables. No, this is East
call it
Garage.
Garage.
Whatever. Same thing. You park a horse or you park your car. That's all that's the only difference.
We had that whole conversation about how on sand we call it garage because it
I guess you're
kind
true.
of sounds, yeah.
The thing on the top of the hill over on the opposite side of the map is Stables. So I guess you're right.
Yeah, come on, Trip.
Potato Bot pushing up into center bungalow, and he's gonna get shot at by STF Cup. Icy now looking for a refrag, getting shots onto him from Defilade.
What the fuck?
Forcing him back behind cover.
We're in a very interesting spot here, though. He is going to be able to find the pick on the potato. He's standing up on these crates.
He is. That's something I've never seen before. But it lets you look over these Defilades in the center of the map.
I guess, like, it'd be a little bit risky with anybody going on to center, but I guess they aren't just worried about that. He's going to be able to rotate down, though, off of that. Just kind of just peeking over top. Hop and Icy both in the same building. I wonder if a refrag might come out there. Badger in the hotel. If James peeks over this, he might get picked off.
Wow, he dodged
But
all my
Badger
bullets,
rotates
like,
back in,
no.
so he won't have to really worry about that.
Let's see
James
what
is really on his lonesome.
we've got going on over in the Marsoc Twins. James here. Wookiee does pick up one.
I'm gonna try and confirm it, but I'm not sure. Lima 4.
Yeah, well, he does say, though, he doesn't know if he got him or not, or if he's down, so they will be, I think they'll be a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more slower on that push, making sure
Reserved.
that guy, yeah, reserved, a little bit more reserved on that push, making sure that guy did actually go down. James was still on his own. He's gonna have to face off against Void and Badger. Badger's head is peeking up a little bit though, so I mean, James could find the pick here if he looks. Void in a spot he isn't seeing Theta as he just kind of slowly goes across. I wonder if that's because there's a tree there,
Nice.
but
Fuck.
I mean, I feel like you should have seen him. James, though, with the... Wait, was that Defilade?
Defilade got the kill, and James was going for it at the same time. And now James is mad that he shot and gave away his position from the approach.
Ooh, James is going to be able to call out Void, saying that just saying to watch it because he is saying it's a very common spot, and I would agree. Dark Room in Marsoc, the Marsoc twins is very common on this objective, just because of that one window being able to watch all the way across.
The call out also came out to for Cobra in the southmost room on objective building, and Deflate and Wookie watching for that. Theta now pushing up into North Villa.
Cobra, I feel like the ones that I mean, if Cobra backs off onto this back window, he might be able to find the pick onto James, but no, he's just really hard watching this angle. Just very tightly is going to be able to keep this. I don't think he's going to be moving as... Yeah, he is the only one really watching from that north side. Void's going to find the pick onto Defilade. Wookie's going to be trying to find that returning fire, but he's not going to be able to see him through the trees. Theta inside this northeast spawn building has eyes on James. Wookie taking some shots down towards Void. James getting really close to this objective.
He is, but he's got to keep moving. He's got 1:22 left.
Void finding the nice pick onto Wookie all the way. I think he was in that north hotel. Oh wait, no, I think he was trying to, maybe he was trying to make the cross. I don't see his body anyway.
Void said North Hotel.
I don't see his body. Wookie just disappeared. That's fine. Theta is going to be landing down some pre-fire towards that window. Void's going to have to tuck in. Now down to a 3v2, Arrow 404 with one-man advantage. James getting really close to this objective. STF, though, is going to get the swing onto James. Now bring it to a 1v3. Shots ring out from Void. Going to be able to get the pick on a Theta. Giving Arrow 404 1 point. Bringing it to a 1 point lead.
STF Cup once again saving the day as James was danger close to objective.
The one thing I do think, though, is that I don't think you can actually count from that corner. So even if he decided to go around with his tablet, Cobra would have gotten the kill, or at least been able to give away that information that there's a enemy on the objective.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they could have crashed if he would have got inside, but he does have to get inside to cover.
I think he has to go to this corner on the inside, and if you're looking at that window, I think Void definitely would have been able to peek that. So I think it just comes down to smokes, which is also another thing that got introduced into Season 11. Well, reintroduced again. Got tested out, and he's now back. Smokes definitely, I mean, already being used a lot. People definitely miss them. And I think smokes are definitely a big utility. Being able to smoke out objective, being able to give that cover, being able to smoke and then inside the smoke.
Air 404 in the lead 2-1. Let's go into round number 4 on map number 2. Oh, and it's the quick spawn. This is the one people don't like. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be... His Icy is going to be on this hill. So is Cobra. I wonder if they're going to be going for the quick peek, because, I mean, it's a very... Yeah. Icy's going to be able to get the pick onto Wookie and Potato. Mayhem already down to 10 seconds into the round. Theta's going to be returning fire. STF with the amazing pick onto Defilade in that window. Now down to a 2v5. Already 30 seconds into the round.
Yeah, I think this might go to show that this shouldn't be an objective spawn. STF goes down. or takes down Theta. Now James all alone, can't even get to the objective. Stuck in the crater.
Yeah, I mean, James has to be careful here because Void is already on the west side of objective. He could potentially get the cap here if James doesn't crash. And it does look like Void is going to be heading for it. This could be This could be the series right here. James gets a nice nade onto Icy. Void is on objective right now. He has tablet out. He's capping.
James is trying to crash back, trying to force a kill. He knows that it's there because no one's shooting at him and he's crossing in the open. Is he going to get the kill? He can't see him. He's in the smoke. He misses him. No, he doesn't look the right way. He doesn't know he's there. Oh, James finds him and then finally gets picked up at the end. Wow.
I wonder if it was just the stress, but they aren't going to be able to get the cap, even though Void, I mean, was on there for a good solid, what, like 15, 20 seconds. I wonder if it's just the stress of the situation, but yeah, they're still going to be able to secure the point, even though they didn't get that. Mayhem now has a chance to come back.
Now, Mayhem almost out of the fight right there, but I do have to say, from what I saw, that does not seem like a fair and balanced spawn.
No, I definitely agree with that. The spawn decision for that, I don't think it was the greatest. Definitely being able to cut off the entire defense before they even rotate out. I mean, it's definitely not the greatest spawn, I would say. And in my personal opinion, I think it needs changed.
So now we're moving to lower dumpster, and oh, it's a quick spawn. And it's called...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were able to crouch down that quickly. Plus, I mean, they were crouched down, but I mean, there's still a little bit of that sliver there to see them. They know where they are. Match point, Arrow 404 could take the series.
Who made it to north or upper dumpster?
James, laser on Void. Slowly pushing forward. 3 men on that heli bungalow. Icy in center hotel already. Theta beginning to push up onto the east side. Defilade with the good pick onto Badger. Bringing it to a 4v5.
Badger was in the upper dumpster building.
Copy.
Theta moving.
Waiting for Defilade to make that cross, but he narrowly misses him. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Theta's moving northeast as well, up to upper red truck. They got to make this approach from the other side because pushing through center hotel is not that easy from this angle.
Especially with Icy holding down the center, trying to find the pick onto Potato, or maybe even Defilade if Defilade decides to peek that corner. Yeah, Icy's gonna be able to find the pick onto Potato, bringing it to a 4v4.
Guys, watch for the...
They now know where Icy is. Icy decides to opt to look a little bit more north, on that east side. James now ducking down. Now aware where Icy is. I wonder if we're gonna see a nade onto this roof.
I mean, I would hope so. That's what James is here for, right?
Let's see if
How many grenades do you have?
I mean, he only has the smoke. So I don't think we'll be able to see a nade. Oh wait, sorry, not Defilade. I do believe that was Potato Bot. Yeah, Potato Bot does have a smoke that James could grab. Decides to walk off his body. Cub's gonna be watching this cross. If Defilade isn't careful and keeps pushing forward this way, I mean, it's gonna be a battle between him and Defilade.
The southern flank now in the far east with Wookiee and Theta moving up towards Marsoc Twins. I'm surprised that no one went for that on the Air 404 side. It's also a very strong defender here. You can watch the cross from Center Hotel towards the objective from the north building.
Fuck
Shots
you.
from Defilade onto upper dumpster, and then he gets immediately refragged by Icy on the top of Center Hotel.
I will say Icy too. I mean, completely exposed to that south side. Wookie and Theta not being able to find the refrag. Icy takes shots towards Theta but misses.
Now he didn't die.
Like somebody watching us. Clear in Marside,
Theta's gonna be calling out that somebody's there. James on this, what is it, west side, slowly pushing down, being careful of Icy's position, watching all of it. Theta and Wookie deciding to opt for a more southern push. Gonna have to be careful of Void here, who is watching this basement, kind of watching towards that south. Does look like lasers start to go over onto the south valley, but Theta's too tucked into that corner. It's Void finds a headshot onto Theta, bring it to a 2v4. Match point, Arrow 404, up 2 players. I mean, Wookie now on lone on the south. James, last one on the west. They're gonna have to pinch here and make an amazing play to be able to come back here. James starts taking shots. Yeah, James starts taking shots onto Void as he goes to peek that corner. Icy throws a flash down. It's going to start pushing down.
When he's taking shots at Cobra in the window, Icy's now pushing for the kill. STF also watching the angle. And, I mean, there's nowhere for James to go now. Oh, that's a smoke. I thought that was a flash. STF shooting Icy in the back of the head.
You hate to see it. I mean, even though it's a 2v3, Void's gonna start taking shots at Wookie. Wookie's gonna be able to duck down. Void on that backside. He's gonna try and rotate around. I think he got hit. James gonna find the pick onto him as he rotates. Now they're all focused onto this south side. Will James be able to push forward? Smokes come out, blocking STF's view. James is calling out if there's anybody on the objective. SDF gets a pick onto James. All down to Wookie now. Wookie's pushing on the south. He's going to be contesting with Cup here. As he turns his corners, the trade comes out, giving Arrow 404 the series and the map. Already, I mean, was it like, how many points did Mayhem get the first?
That's an 8-2 so far.
Wow. Arrow 404 definitely proving themselves to be masters. I mean, to Mayhem so good on Downfall, Arrow 404 being able to take that from them, especially on their map pick.
Yeah, not going their way, especially with that one specific objective. But that is what it is. It's in the game. You got to play it. It's luck of the dice on the rolls. They did get quick spawn on the lower dumpster as well. So both teams having advantages and disadvantages. And we're going to move to map number 3, which is going to be... Oh, it's been so long. It's been so long.
The long-awaited, want to say it, trip.
Cargo. I'm excited. Let's see what Mayhem can do on here.
Definitely expecting some nice nades coming out. It's a smaller map, so I mean, James has a lot of room to work with. Even though it's a smaller map, it's a lot easier to land those nades. But yeah, I mean, just talking about that last round, Arrow 404. I mean, to answer Badger's question about whether or not they deserve that Masters, I definitely think they do.
Yeah, Air 404 definitely a team that's here to stay. But I will say, I don't know how much they've actually played Cargo in a competitive practicing setting since it wasn't in the lineup last 5 weeks. I know I wouldn't have been focusing on it. And maybe they aren't as trained on it, but they did pick it. So maybe they want to use this time to get some practice in against a team that will fight back for every single point, or maybe they feel good and they want to take a 12-2 victory.
I know some teams like to switch up their scrims a little bit and be able to get that. Sometimes they like to get a little bit of practice in on the next week, so they are prepared for those matches. So maybe they did do a few scrims where they were playing cargo and they feel pretty comfortable on it, or maybe they just want to get that practice in. The round number 1 though is going to be starting off some free fire coming down from Tracy. Some free fire now coming down from Theta.
Badger moving right up into the objective. James takes down STF Cup. Badger's on objective. He hears all the footsteps. Theta comes around the corner and gets him. All of Mayhem still up on objective. 3 down on Air 404. Cobra picks up Defilade. Theta gets Cobra as he comes around. Now it's not Void.
One going right, one going right, one made right.
Yeah, Void's gonna be pushing through this. This is this east side. He's gonna slowly start to make his way down.
Wookie
though is gonna find some shot. Yeah. Void's gonna decide to rotate out of there, not take his chances, and try a different approach. Even though it's a little bit different, Wookie is gonna rotate for anybody trying to come down that way.
Oh, but Void saw him.
Void did see him. The question is he gonna be able to kill him? James, though, is gonna peek around, gonna get the trade with Void. I mean, Mayhem coming out strong. And definitely not giving up.
Definitely not giving up, indeed. We did have a drop on the Air 404 side at some point, but they seem to be back in the lobby. So we should be continuing on shortly. We also did have a roster lineup change on the Mayhem side. We now have Mono in and... just kidding, Mono's gone now. We had Mono in.
Mono's gone.
Mono was replacing Sky Joker.
You know what? I think Sky Joker got replaced.
Wait, who were there five on the
we
last
missed
map?
a roster. Okay, so I think it was Potato Bot got...
Oh, no, I know what happened. I know.
Sky Joker got replaced by Potato Bot, and then Mono got replaced...
No, Capitano was in there at the beginning, and his controller died. So they put in Sky, then they put in Potato, then they put in Mono.
It's all very confusing.
The whole team lineup tonight, guys.
You are very smart casters.
All I say is, it is impressive that you have all 8 available for a match time, even though they know they might not get a play. Having all 8 available makes things go much smoother, because if you need to swap in that reserve, I mean, they did it so fast that we didn't even notice that they did a roster change because they did it in between rounds. Yeah. So if you've got your players on standby, it's a bro move.
Take notes. We're going to be hopping into the next round, though, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, we are. Okay. Nope.
Guys, please. One off for the early thing. They denied.
Okay.
They denied.
A little bit of delay on that. One of the players loading in. All players are in, though. Arrow 404 now on the defense.
Okay, let's go kill somebody. Alright, let's fucking get cargo.
Void gonna be placed in a little bit of an obvious C4 there. Question is, though, are they gonna be able to kill him before that happened? Theta, was that Theta? No, that was Wookie, I think, with the... Yeah, Wookie with the underbarrel smoke. Gonna be able to land that onto the red crate. Theta's gonna be able to shut down a push from Cup.
Lima 4.
Badger right on this corner, waiting for Theta to peek this corner. They just gonna run right past him, gonna be able to get the pick. And I think definitely might go for the refrag though. He's gonna be watching this corner for any pushes out. James gonna be taking shots down towards Cobra. Badger's gonna get the swing, gonna be able to get James, but Deathlade's gonna get the refrag onto him. Void's gonna get the, I think he downed him, then got the knife. Objective is open though. I mean,
Where's that guy?
they could cap. A potential cap could come out here if they aren't careful. Void though is gonna rotate back onto objective.
It sounds like one more far.
Nades coming in now.
Mono deciding to chill in the back here a little bit, trying to watch for Cobra peeking out. Smokes do come out onto objective, kind of blocking that center area. One of the things is, though, you can get blinded through the wall, so I wonder if this is just a thing to stop anybody from pushing there. Nice and nade if somebody was there. Void, though, is going to be able to find the pick onto Defilade. Now down to a 2v1. I think Mono got the pick on the Cobra there. But Void is going to swing around the backside, get Mono as he tries to rotate out. Bring it to a 1v1.
A nice play
1-1
there from Void with that rotation. Watching for a rotation back and getting a little bit pushy. A great play. Worked out perfect. And still had coverage on the objective. So, like, all around, good move. And it looks like we're seeing that Air 404 has an idea how to play cargo.
Yeah, I think definitely coming back, that aggression, I mean, that we saw, very nice on that defense. Getting really pushed up there. I mean, yeah, very well played by them. Void with a nice rotation. Being able to lock down that point.
We're getting that new objective now as we hop into round number 3.
You love the smell of the new objective. This one's definitely interesting because, I mean, even though it's out in the open, I've seen a lot of caps on this. Mainly because it's hard to put, because you kind of have to be pushed up on this defense. In my honest opinion, you can put smokes onto objective, but if you don't have people in front to stop them, then it might end up with a cap. As Badger's already inside the second yellow room, right next to James. James could be peeking the wrong way. Definitely behind the barrels. Be able to shut down Badger here, though. Theta's getting a little peeky. Some smokes come out right on towards Mono. James could be running in. The trade coming out. Badger and James downing each other. Theta's going to be able to get the pick, though. The nice refrag, though, onto Void. James still down. Void down. Cobra's going to get the confirm. Cobra now picking up his teammate. Theta Icy down in this little tunnel, down to a 2v1 now. A bad flash coming out from Defilade. Cobra's gonna find the swing onto Defilade, bringing Arrow 404 to a 1-point lead.
I just want you to know how much I facepalm every time you say Arrow 404.
Hey.
The last one just got a double head on the desk facepalm.
I need to take a sip of water again. Yeah, I think Arrow 404 needs to gee, I think I just did it again.
Their name is banned. That's what you're just trying to force people to fit your speech patterns.
I think they need to do everybody a favor and change it to Arrow. Of course I try to say Arrow in it. Then I say Arrow. Okay, I feel like they should just change it to Arrow 404 at this point. Just make it easier on me, please.
Here we go. Round number 4.
Every time I'm co-casting, just quickly switch your name to Arrow so I don't sound like an idiot. Air 404 though on the defense. Icy, I think I got a little bit pushy there. James gonna be able to shut that down though. Some pre-fire coming out. Shots raining down towards the defense. A little bit more passive this time. I mean, we don't see anybody really pushed up.
We don't really even see anybody on the objective. If you just waltzed up to it and tucked down next to it by the boxes.
See, I think Void's looking underneath, so he's gonna be able to catch anybody trying to walk up to it. And then Badger on this side is gonna be able to stop anybody from walking on that east side.
They are watching left side.
So I mean, they're watching the lanes, but they aren't watching the objective, which sometimes works out. But if you let somebody run past you, it's not gonna go in your favor. Cobra's gonna get a little bit peeky, just gonna miss James, yeah, that was James running across there. Some nades coming out, not gonna catch anybody. James almost team killing Deathblade there. But jumpy. Badger now knows they're on the side. Some shots ring out from Cobra is gonna be able to down Mono. A trade coming out from Theta onto Void. Now down to a 3v3, 1 res available on Mayhem.
This is a really risky play here from Air 404, not pushing up into that smoke when there could have been a cap that entire time.
Yeah, it's very risky. I think James might actually be pushing up here. SCF though is gonna get the swing onto James, bringing it to a 2v3. Nobody's gonna go for the res on the Mono. Deathblade might get a little bit risky here, try to peek out. Wookiees going for the revive though, but Cobra's gonna be able to get the pick onto him. Mono now alive, but at the risk of what his teammate does go down. Now down to a 3v2. Deathblade not in the best spot. Badger watching that. SCF is gonna take shots at Mono. Mono's trying to find a place where he can go.
3.5 minutes left. All the utility gone from Mayhem.
Mono's just going to be taking some shots down. Deathblade is going to find the pick onto STF. Badger's going to try and find the swing onto Deathblade, but it's going to be unsuccessful. Mono on that west side. Cobra's going to be trying to watch that. Badger's going to be taking shots at Mono. Deathblade's going to try and get the trade comes out. Cobra last one alive, down to a 1v1. That's what it comes to. Mono might be trying to go for the revive. It's going to be really risky. Cobra needs to watch his left side, and he does! And he's going to find the swing onto Mono. Getting that headshot. Giving Arrow 404 a 2-point lead. I mean, after they definitely did not give up after that first round loss. Being able to bring it back.
All right, Ramen, I gotta take over here. The people need to hear my voice. They want to hear. They want to hear this, so I'm gonna do this next one, which I'm kind of thinking might be the last one. So I'll make sure I get in here before we close up shop. But yeah, Air 404 looking strong. Only giving up 1 point so far on every single map. And we're moving to the propane container objective. Propane and propane accessories.
I will ask though, are we running predictions?
Noman is actually handling that because apparently that's his job, I guess.
Do you know what the predictions are?
Actually, I'm not sure we were running one for map 2. I saw the first one end, but I don't know if I saw the second one start. Let me see. Maybe I lied. I never chose the winner for map 1. My bad, guys. Air 404 did win map number 1.
Everybody is too broke to actually.
Oh, it looks like it did get submitted. I don't know.
Alright.
We're in round number 5. didn't even hear the timer go off. James goes down to Cobra in a trade. Cobra's still alive, DB and O. We've got Wookie pushed up aggressively, puts a C4 out, and he's covering the red container. Badger now pushing up on the north side of the map. Wait, that's not the north, that's the east. West, that's the west side of the map. Right up into Mono's position. Badger gets one, but goes down to Mono. Theta putting all the shots through the smoke. Wookie still holding that position up in the... See, I use left and right on this map, so it's hard. It's not Void putting shots onto Mono, forcing him to heal. They know where he's at. The res does come out onto Cobra. Now Theta goes down to It's Not Void. The objective is looking a little thin. STF Cup right here next to Wookie. Mono takes down Void, clears up the closest attacker. Wookie's looking under that door. He's got that C4 there. STF Cup picks up Mono, and that's all up to Wookie. He knows he can hear two voices here. He blows the C4 early. He comes around the corner swinging. He's heading back to objective.
Yeah, just narrowly missing their lasers. It's been a quick game already.
It has been, and Wookie needs to keep Mayhem alive on map number 3. This could be map point. Wookie taking up a position in the dark corner, which is no longer dark because they put a light there. Sees STF Cup takes some shots, gets ready to prep a nade. It's out. He's moving back towards objective. The nade, good position. Not going to find anybody, but would have forced people back. He peeks the backside. STF Cup just pulled away from there. Now he's at the propane container. Tank. Propane tank. Gets a tactical reload in there. Now he's looking. Cobra doing the right thing here. He's rotating around tunnel side. And if they push from both sides at once, there's not a lot of cover that Wookie can use to guard from both of them. Wookie's getting aggressive here with STF Cup. Does get hit again. Uses another needle.
Cobra's on this backside. Wookie has to be really careful here. Cobra does find the pick on the Wookie, giving Arrow 404 3 map wins.
Yeah, Air 404 coming out on top in this Air 404 Mayhem matchup with a 12-3 lead. And just a dominating score line there.
I mean, looking at connoisseurs, it was a 64-19 Mayhem with the 64. So I mean, it's definitely proving people wrong. Arrow 404 deserving this master and potentially a potential candidate for first place.
I don't even know what to say. That was a great matchup, and I'm glad we picked it up. I'm glad you joined me. I'd like to say congrats to Air 404 for going once again undefeated. That puts it at 9 matches in a row. I think that might be a record. I will have to ask Dakin or look at the stats page and see if we've got that information, but I think that might be a record for a new team to be undefeated 9 games in a row and be in Master and potentially up in the top 5 even at this point.
Well, if you say new, because beginners got 9. I think they got a total of 9 wins last season. So
yeah, rookie teams.
Yeah, you didn't say rookie at first though, so I was confused.
But that's it. Let's see. Are there more matches coming up? Do we have?
Well, we have you on the beginners match. Beginners versus Mayhem. I do believe that's Sunday. But I don't think we have any more matches coming up. Probably some potential ones that are gonna pop up coming into the later.
Yeah, stay
time of the week.
tuned. There's some hot matches tomorrow. We've got Peacekeepers Embers. Hopefully that one gets picked up because that should be a great game as well. And a bunch of good ones looking through the weekend. So we have Peacekeepers Silent Purge. So Peacekeepers actually getting in there 2 matches because they have a Button Cup matchup. You've got some challenges coming in from Code North, Resin Mafia. Beginner's Mayhem cast by myself, but that looks like the only one on the schedule as of right now. So make sure you follow us on Twitter, and we post all of those there. Follow the channel, the Onward organization channel, where all the matches get posted when people pick them up. And make sure to follow the Twitch channel, so if you don't do any of those other things that I told you to do, you get a notification when the stream itself goes live, and you can just jump into the action, which is what we all want. We just want to get into the action.
Yeah,
And
I mean, these amazing matches. This week has definitely been a series of. I mean, I've seen a lot of good matches being planned today, or this week. Sorry. Yeah, so hopefully more get picked up later in the week.
And I think that's it from us at the casting desk. I'm going to run the highlight reel because I'm pretty sure there are some sick replays that y'all want to see. And then we will see you next time on the Onward Master League.
The trade on the Cappy down. Icy can get revived here. I think that's exactly what Boyd's going to be doing. It's STF with the pick on doors coming over here. He might be able to spot out Potato if he isn't careful. Shot ring out with Badger. Cobra with the pick onto Potato down to a full. Shot ring out with Badger. Cobra with the pick onto Potato down to a 2v5. Cappy bringing it to a 2v4, picking off Icy. Wookie!
Wookie getting a good position here behind the billboard, looking for a shot onto Badger. Sees him, takes him down.
That's another one.
Way. Boyd looking the wrong way. You have to be really careful. Wookie. And Cappy also on that roof. A trade comes out. Void trade.
Pretty standard defense here. Wookie taking that new... what?
Ooh.
Oh, no.
He burned himself. Some noise. Cappy's gonna start taking some shots at Badger. Oh my god, I am struggling. Wookie though with the nice nade onto Badger. He's got to be careful here. Up on the backside. He is kind of standing out in the open. Wookie might... Oh, and the trade comes out. Error for... Icy slowly creeping his way forward, trying to spot out James. He's gonna rotate back though. He's gonna be watching that. Icy with the pick onto Wookie right one. James last one alive.
And in danger, Cobra right here at the door with him.
Cobra's gonna peek around right when James isn't looking, and it's gonna find Potato Bot about to come into contact with Cup if he decides to peek this corner. And Potato's gonna find the pick on the Cup. Cobra a little too far. Badger now down to a 1v3 match point. I mean, Arrow 404 definitely coming out strong. Sky Joker peeking out. It's gonna be able to get.
Oh no. Oh, he can't. James has 60 seconds. Wookie nades himself. Oh, he sees the backside of James.
That beep now coming in if they're gonna realize they need to push this objective, and Cobra on the push might get taken out by Deflate here, but he's gonna be able to duck down. Definitely downing Badger. To Arrow 404, one man advantage. James getting really close to this objective. STF though is gonna get the swing onto this hill. So is Cobra. I wonder if they're gonna be going for the quick peek, because I mean, it's a very Icy's gonna be able to get the pick onto Wookie and Potato.
Back trying to force a kill. He knows that it's there because no one's shooting at him and he's crossing in the open. Is he gonna get the kill? He can't see him. He's in the smoke. He misses him. No, he doesn't look the right way. He doesn't know he's there. Oh, James finds him and then finally gets picked up at the end. Fourth building. Shots from Defilade onto upper dumpster, and then he gets immediately refragged by Icy on the top of Center Hotel.
I will say Icy
watching the angle, and I mean, there's nowhere for James to go now. Oh, that's a smoke. I thought that was a flash. STF shooting Icy in the back of the head.
Was that Theta? No, that was Wookie, I think, with the Yeah. Wookiee with the underbarrel smoke. Gonna be able to land that onto the red crate. Theta's gonna be able to shut down a push from Cup. Badger right on this corner, waiting for Theta to peek this corner. Theta's gonna run right past him, gonna be able to get the pick and frag though. He's gonna be watching this corner for any pushes out. James gonna be taking shots down towards Cobra. Badger's gonna get the swing, gonna be able to get James. One of the things is though, you can get blinded through the wall, so I wonder if this is just a thing to stop anybody from pushing there. Nice and nade if somebody was there. Void though is gonna be able to find the pick on. Theta's gonna be able to get the pick though. The nice refrag though onto Void. James still down. Void down. Cobra's gonna get the confirm.
F Cup does get hit again. Uses another needle.
Cobra's on this backside. Wookiees has to be really careful here. Cobra does find the pick on the Wookiee, giving Arrow 404 the trade on the Cappy. Cappy down. Icy can get revived here. I think that's exactly what Void's going to be doing. It's STF with the pick on just coming over here.